Hello and welcome into Divination Rainbow. Thank you to all of those choosing to join in for today's reading. I have an interesting topic for today. We're actually going to be taking a look into how people see you right now. I would like to remind everyone that at this time where the channel is new, you can feel free to request or suggest reading topics in the comments or in the community posts, and I will do my best to get to any of the topics that are close to your heart. And so now with that, let's go ahead and take a look into today's topic. It's going to be how people are seeing you right now. We're going to look into the energy that you are embodying at this time, how other people are feeling around you or interpreting your presence, and then what inner strengths that you may have that you might not necessarily see. So let's go ahead and take a look right away. I want to see the energy that you are embodying at this time. And I hope that for you, you're having a good day so far whenever you happen to be catching this reading. So we're right now just taking a look into how people see you at this time. What is the energy that you are embodying? The energy that you are embodying, my viewer. Maybe a little bit of a sadness, maybe a little bit of tired. But I see you also being the type of person who is able to bring about a lot of happiness to other people. You make other people feel belonged. But they may see you in a little bit of a sad energy or in an energy of maybe even being a little bit exhausted at times. Yeah. And we're definitely seeing that here. So you could definitely be someone who other people see as being someone who brings a lot of happiness, someone who we could be talking about family members who are seeing you this way, but we also are seeing here that you are the type of person who is uh, sometimes maybe creating a little bit of discontentment with others around you. Maybe sometimes you're the person who speaks out or says things that other people do not always want to hear. And it could cause people to, at times, be a little bit upset with you. Okay. You're a talkative person. Okay. And that could be why sometimes people are ending up getting a little bit upset with you because we did see that here. Someone who's very talkative and maybe says things that other people don't always like to hear. And as we said earlier, it can definitely be tired, maybe even a little bit of feeling unwell at times. But the good news is that despite all of this, you are someone who has great joy. You bring joy to others. Sometimes when you are doing a lot of this speaking up, it's good news that you're telling people, and it can cause others around you to feel like they want to celebrate. You would be the type of person who thinks of yourself and others think of you as the life of the party, right? And maybe that could also cause sometimes people to be upset with you a little bit as well. We know how that goes. Two fours, security. You're someone who is stable. You're someone who is secure. I'm going to keep these ones at the top. All right. So now that we've taken a look into what is going on, a little bit of that energy that you are embodying, if that sounds like you, we're going to go deeper into seeing how others interpret your presence, how people feel when they're around you. And this is where we're going to get a little bit more information really into how the way you show up affects others. Yeah, they see you as a successful person, and you're someone who likes to gather information. You're someone who likes to make informed choices, but you're also someone who sometimes can feel stuck because you're stuck in that choice. You're thinking a lot, or maybe you choose sides with that talkativeness, that talkative nature. Maybe a lot of times when you're speaking with friends and family, you're the person who kind of says, well, this was right or this was wrong. Okay, I could definitely see that here. But you're also a little bit of the type of person who has your own thing going on, and people can see that. People don't want to necessarily bother you with what's going on with them because they can see that you have enough of your own things going on here. You're the type of person who works a lot, maybe even to the point of being exhausted, and it can put you in a situation sometimes where you have to do a final last push of work to kind of get things cleared out so that you have more time to be able to spend with friends, family, and people who you would see outside of work. Or you could always just be working. You could be the type of person who is a caretaker or a provider for your family. So after the regular workday, you continue working. And other people see that. They see that in you. And it affects the environment around you because it doesn't create a lot of space for new opportunities or new to come in. Yeah, that's a repeated message right there. So it's not really creating a lot of opportunity for any new plans. But at the same time, it has helped you to avoid any kind of heartbreak, and you don't spend much time apart from these individuals that we're speaking of at this time. Not a lot of separation there, a lot of reversals. So, yeah, we're seeing here now that this is a situation where you've pushed through, you've pushed forward, not feeling stuck, not allowing yourself to be stuck with this decision, with the choices, even if it means not having all of the emotional fulfillment that maybe comes from having this group of people around you. So other people are picking up on this at this time. People are seeing you as someone who has kind of gone within. And for that reason, they see you as not needing them and pushing forward on your own. You don't have to have other people around you. And perhaps at that point, people feel that maybe you don't necessarily always want other people around you. You could also be someone who spends a lot of time in your thoughts, and other people may notice that as well and see you as someone who isn't necessarily always grounded. They may question if you are always being intentional or not. And let's close this out. Let's see, what else do we need to know about how others are picking up on your presence and how you're showing up around them? How are they interpreting that? What are they seeing that to mean? This definitely wanted to flip. Yeah, so this is once again a repeating message here. You're a hard worker, you're vigilant. You bring about changes around you, but you're working a lot. People definitely can see you as a hard worker who will take the effort to make the push that you need to make to get things done in the times when you need to get things done. And it makes people want to gather around you. It makes people feel like they can be stable and secure around you, safe around you, and like they can belong around you. You also might be the type of person who, once again, is the life of the party. You like to party, you like to have a good time, and other people pick up on that when they're around you. Other people can tell that you're the kind of person who is fun to be around. We also got the devil in the reverse. So you could be someone who tries really hard to stay away from things that can become overindulgent. You could also be the type of person that others can see you as someone who is really in control of their urges and desires. They see you as not letting yourself get distracted or taken off of course by the things around you that may otherwise pull others in. And what we're not seeing here is that a lot of people see you as a person that just belongs in their life, someone they feel super lucky to have in their life, someone that they've gone around and around again with in these cycles throughout life. But because of the fact that you're ready to make those pushes, because of the fact that you don't give up before the end, they're glad and grateful to have you in their corner, and you feel like someone who belongs. To them, it feels like you just belong. It's just meant to be. I love to see that. You're a hardworking person, but you're also someone who is sometimes giving off a vibe of maybe being a little bit more reclusive or a lone wolf, a solo mission, if you will. And that's okay sometimes too, because you're always showing up for people when they need you to, and with quite a bit of wisdom as well as the hermit. You could be a Virgo, that's for sure. We saw a lot of fiery energy as well, though. So, a lot of representation from all of the elements, but not much water at all. So, I don't see you as being someone who comes across as overly emotional in any sense. In fact, we saw that people saw you as being maybe even a little bit more standoffish in that way. So, let's see what type of hidden strengths that you have that you maybe don't even see. And this is just going to be something to close out this reading today, thinking about how others see you. This is going to be your hidden strengths. Others definitely may be seeing this, but this is something that you may not always see about yourself. And just a friendly reminder to you, right? Yeah, you're protected. You're always protected. You're good at setting those boundaries. We saw that. We saw that with all of those reversals and with that Two of Swords going into the Eight of Swords reversed. Yeah, adaptability. This really goes along with all of the cards that we just saw. So, the woodland warden animal archetypes that we got for you today are the skunk and magnolia with protection, the porcupine and anemone with boundaries, the otter and cattail with peace, and then the fox and ivy with adaptability. So, once again, you're a hardworking, tenacious person. You like to be on your own or with just a couple of people that you would consider to be part of your inner circle. And by taking that time to go within and balancing out your energy, that is how you project forward a sense of peace and calm. You know what you want, and you're able to pick up on the social cues and the situations around you. There are times when you are the type of person who speaks out and talks a little bit, and sometimes you sense that other people may pick up on that as being maybe something that is negative. That's not necessarily the case because we saw that you're actually someone who brings about a lot of positive changes. You have quite a good deal of wisdom and introspection that you have been able to do that has allowed you to be able to go deeper within to find more meaning to life in a way that you are the type of person who wants to be alone at times so that you can have that time for thought. And in doing so, you've actually become a little bit of a beacon to others. They see all of the hard work that you do, they see all of the cycles you've closed out, and they see you as a person who has great wisdom. So they also see you as someone who is really fun to be around at times, the life of the party, and someone who makes everyone feel belonged around you. And that really echoes back here as well. You're protecting your community and you're bringing in a lot of peace. There's a lot of communication around you, but you're also the type of person who knows when to turn away and when to set boundaries. You're also the type of person who knows that when your energy is a little bit off or when the vibes that you're putting out are a little bit shifted, that it's going to shift other people away from you in the way that you would want so that you're able to go a little bit deeper within and you can adapt to all of these situations and changes because of how well you know yourself and how much time and work you've put in that way. This really feels like the message here. But this otter is making me want to go swimming. It really is. But just remember that I am your friend along this journey, so you can come back whenever you feel called to do so. And until that time, please do take good care of yourself.